queens underestimating queens. Kind of sad though, kasi like, dapat as a community, we thrive each other. Kasi we're like trying to help ourselves up, diba? So,
it's hard to like have your own brand. When drag is already mainstream, ang daming queens na pumapasok. You can't cope up with your own branding kasi they think na you're copying someone else.
Like this stereotypical drag na parang you need to do this and able to fit in with the other queens. Yun yung standard nila eh. If you don't look like this, wala ka na.
Welcome to At the Backdoor. If you're new here, I'm your host, Yvanne Evangelista, and today we're going to be joined by the most beautiful drag queens. They are Abigaile Montgomery, Androjenny, and Lee Suh. They're going to talk about their experiences as a drag queen, their struggles, and what they stand for. This is Abigaile Montgomery.
So hi guys, I am Abigaile Montgomery. I've been doing drag for like 4 years, more or less. And yeah, I'm a superstar. I'm the superstar of the Philippine drag industry. Sure.
Going to be joined by Androjenny.
My name is Androjenny, Androgenny. I started drag because I want to show the world that drag is not just about being a woman. It's not about being fish. It's about being gender fucked.
And today we are joined here by Lee Suh.
I'm Lee Suh and my drag is centered around K-pop. I've been doing drag for 9 months already.
What's the drag scene like right now?
The drag scene here in the Philippines right now is thriving. I can say it was better than what it was before, and it keeps getting better and better. Mm-hmm. So yes, it's becoming more mainstream, of course, because of like shows like Drag Race, Drag Den, and it's being seen all over the world.
So can you talk to me more about that? Kasi before yung mga shows na Drag Den and Drag Race, I'm sure there's a big difference. Like, can you tell me more about that?
The difference in drag right now in our community is that it's 10 times bigger. It's like being seen like all over the world. The masses know what drag is now, and ayun, mas nagiging sikat na siya. Like if you were to ask like a normal person if they've seen Drag Race, alam na nila kung ano yung Drag Race because they've seen it on TV. So ayun, yun yung difference. Like before kasi like drag is just this underground thing na nakikita natin sa bars and but now we're seeing it all over.
Yeah, even internationally, di ba?
Yeah, even internationally, so yeah.
Kamusta naman as a alternative drag queen? Like, kamusta yung drag scene for you?
Being an alternative queen sometimes is really hard because sometimes they want queens who are really femme, who are really into the normative drag. But I'm trying to prove right now that an alternative drag queen is not just about being fish, being woman, being a female. Mm-hmm. It's about gender expressing. It's about entertaining. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm here. I'm in my drag to prove to you that it's not all about the normatives.
Yeah. So like as a baby drag queen, diba that's what you call it?
Yes.
Like as a baby drag queen, like how is it? Like how's your first baby steps?
In like my perspective, K-pop drag is not really that relevant here sa Philippines kasi few queens are doing it, especially me and my drag mom, which is Jonah Quinn. Siya talaga yung pinaka like center of K-pop drag. K-pop and drag like combined. Kasi my drag mom is she wanna do something new to the industry, so she brought K-pop and drag together.
Can you talk to us more about that? Because that's really interesting. Like, do you impersonate K-pop stars?
It's up to you if you wanna impersonate K-pop stars, but mainly for me, I've been doing Lisa from Blackpink. Blackpink. I'm not really impersonating her. I'm just like copying her looks and
Inspired.
yes. Based on my performance, I embody Lee Suh, and I always like give the like pop star Blackpink member fantasy.
Meron ba kayong mga struggles na naranasan before and after na naging mainstream yung drag?
Kasi before, yung drag, sobrang tabu niya. Like, feeling ng mga tao na parang it's just this like gay shit that everyone does, you know, like putting wigs on. Now, people see drag queens as celebrities, you know? Yun na yung parang level na nakikita ng mga tao when they see drag queens because we are like celebrities lang. So, yeah, ayun, I would say maganda naman yung impact nung nadulot ng shows like Drag Race and Drag Dance. So, yeah, I love that about us.
The more attention that you get, I'm sure madami ring backlash and negativity. Do you have any experiences about that?
Of course, our country is still, you know, she's still trying to keep up with the shit that's going on in our society right now. So, you know, not everyone is still open to this whole drag thing and, you know, men in wigs and stuff. Pero parang paunti-unti naman, we're trying to get there. Ayun, like I said, it's being shown in the mainstream media. It's being normalized. But I don't think it's still 100% accepted by our country. But unti-unti, of course, we're making progress. Ayun.
Most of the people, since it became mainstream, a lot of people know drag in Drag Race and Drag Dance. So, ang nakikita nila is more on feminine. So, sometimes they don't know what drag is like beyond that border. Kaya sometimes it's hard, but we still try to prove that it's, you know, it's still valid, it's still drag, and it's still a form of art.
Pero may difference ba like before and after yung pagiging mainstream ng drag dito?
Yeah, because sometimes fans are very discriminatory. Like most fans will be like, "Oh, you don't look like this. You don't look like that. We don't like you as this. Can you change this whole look since we don't see you as this?" That's why like it's very hard for alternative queens sometimes to like cope up with mainstream things.
May mga ibang fans, they only see drag like as an impersonation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's super duper hard like
Yeah.
sa'yo kasi alternative ka so di talaga nila naiintindihan.
Like, hindi nila nasisink in kung ano yung like alternative drag. Medyo hard siya on my part and other alternative queer artists and drag artists in general.
Hey, I just want to hop on here and talk to you about this cool social media manager, Cool. Are you a social media professional who is looking to have the best tools for their company? Or are you just a beginning influencer trying to break into the social media world? Well, we know a cool tool that can do all of these. This is Cool. Cool caters to all social media users with its simplicity and effectiveness. No need to scramble from app to app. Manage all of your social accounts in one place, be it behind a computer or on your smartphone. Cool is a marketing tool for analyzing, managing, and growing your digital process. Its simple interface and unique tools help any kind of social media marketer achieve their social media goals. So what are you waiting for? Create winning strategies and improve with Cool. Check out the Cool link down below.
There's negativity within the drag scene. Like medyo baguhan ka pa as a drag queen. Do you receive like negativity from the veteran drag queen?
Of course, when you're starting out, you're young, you know, you're fresh, ganyan-ganyan. People are gonna underestimate you. Hindi lang like within the community ha, like even like the fans of drag, when they see like queens na wala sa Drag Race or queens na wala sa drag, then they're gonna be like, oh my God, she's not that good kasi we don't see her a lot. Pero yung point na pinaprove ko is even if you're just this little kid who's starting to do drag, you're gonna be a superstar. And I feel like nagagawa ko naman siya.
Yeah.
Nagagawa ko naman ata siya. You know, queens underestimating queens. Kind of sad though kasi like dapat as a community we thrive each other kasi we're like trying to help ourselves up, diba? So, ayun, there's just really some girls that are like,
Sometimes I've been called out to copy this and that queen because of a certain makeup, it's because of a certain aesthetic. But sometimes it's hard to like have your own brand when drag is already mainstream. So ang daming queens na pumapasok and you can't cope up with your own branding kasi they think na you're copying someone else.
Like there's nothing original naman. Na,
Yeah,
diba?
there's
So
nothing
everything's
original.
just
So it's
recycled.
like a piece of inspiration from one queen to another, and nabuo yung another queen.
Yeah, and you're making it your own. Are there instances na may naranasan kang negativity from the fans or sa mga kapwa mong queens?
And yeah, since baby pa lang kami, we get criticized a lot. Not on just looks, in general, yung aesthetic namin. Like, bakit ka ganto? Pwede ka naman It's like this drag, stereotypical drag na parang you need to do this and able to fit in with the other queens. Kasi nga, yun yung standard nila eh. If you don't look like this, wala ka na, bahala ka na, parang ganun. So, yeah, I get criticized a lot kasi I do K-pop.
So that must be really hard. How do you cope with it?
Dead ma lang. Dead ma lang sa kanila. Hoy, sino ka ba? Gusto ko nga mag-leave.
Nag-e-effort eh.
Kaya nga, kayo ba gumawa nito? Di ba hindi?
Ganyan dapat ang mindset.
Yes.
Mindset ba?
Mindset ba? Mindset. Kahit walang mind. Ganes.
So, what do you want to say to the world out there? Like, why do you do drag?
I do drag kasi maganda ako. Char. Hindi, I just want like the world to know na drag queens are here. You know, we're not gonna go anywhere. Actually, even way before, like yung medieval era pa, there's already drag queens. Like it started out as like this theater thing. Kasi this theater started out with drag queens because girls weren't allowed to do theater. So the men started dressing up in wigs. So that was main point in starting drag.
That's where the name came from, diba?
Yeah,
As a girl.
from Shakespeare,
Yeah.
if I believe. Yeah, actually, hindi naman ako matalino, so don't believe that. Drag has been around and it's not gonna go anywhere. Yun lang. And it's gonna keep progressing and we're gonna become better and better, prettier and prettier. So, yeah.
So, hindi na siya bago. Like, kasi may inis mo ng iba, like, ang dami niyong ine-inventong mga shit.
No, well,
been here.
yeah, kinda. We invented so much stuff. Like, halos lahat ng mga beauty trends na nakikita nyo, lahat ng pananamit na trends, it came from drag queens. So, yeah. Pioneers.
So, do you have any advice sa mga magsa-start pa lang maging drag queen or mga baby queens din?
Mag-ipon kayo. Kasi drag is a constantly growing art form. It keeps marami ng trends coming and going. So if you guys really want to do drag, find what's in your heart. Okay lang siguro na to be inspired by other people, but you have to find kung ano talaga yung gusto mong gawin and do it 100%. Don't hold back. Don't care kung anong gagawin ng mga tao, kung anong sasabihin nila na, ay, ba't ganun-ganun yung drag niya, hindi mo masyadong maganda. Kapag magpapa-affect ka doon, it's gonna show through your drag. You're not gonna look that stunning, baby. Be confident, Dedma.
Just experiment. When you're starting out, it's really hard. So experimenting is one way to like express your art, find yourself in drag, in art form. And once you do that, just keep going. And eventually, it'll just flow right through you.
Take your time. Take your full self a time kasi it's not easy to get into drag like this. So I mainly suggest is you take your time, have patience, and also just have fun.
So, before we say goodbye, do you have any words to your millions and millions of fans out there?
Maniwala ka man sa hindi, ako ang pinakamagandang drag queen sa buong mundo. Ayan.
Thank you for having me, and also alternative drag is still drag.
Don't listen to Abigaile and Androjenny. They're full of shit.
Alright, that is it.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye!
Be sure to check out our Facebook group down below. Our queens would answer all of your questions. And if you have anything to share on our Facebook group, then you may do so. And don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!
Yep, it's fine. Why is it lighting okay like this?
Ano ba yan? Video ba yan? Ano ba yan? Ano ba yan? Ano mo pala?